mean for, well, everything. So, right out of the gate, they open with this, a colossal explosion of intelligence. This isn't just about a small update. They're framing this as a massive, fundamental shift, a kind of big bang moment for AI. And this is really the core claim, the big idea we have to unpack. What if you could have a single AI that's not just an expert in one thing, but has PhD level smarts in every single subject, all at the same time? I mean, it's a claim that sounds like it was pulled straight from a sci-fi movie. Okay, so just how smart are we talking here? The claims are frankly mind-boggling. Let's really get into what they mean by a genius in the machine. Think about it like this. A human expert, a brilliant one, might spend their entire life becoming a genius in just one specialized field. What's being claimed here is that GROK 4 has reached that level of insight, not just in one area, but in math and physics and engineering and history and languages, all of it, all at once. It's a breadth of expertise that's just not physically possible for a person. So how on earth do you build something like this? Well, the answer seems to boil down to two key things: a ridiculous amount of power and a totally new way of thinking about how to train an AI. First, let's talk about the raw power. We're talking 100 times the computing muscle of the previous model. To even do that, they had to build a custom supercomputer they named Colossus, this absolute monster running on over 100,000 of the world's most advanced GPUs, all working together. But, all that power doesn't mean much without a smarter approach. And this is where they say the real breakthrough happened. Instead of just letting the AI passively vacuum up data from the internet, they actively taught it how to reason, to think logically from the ground up, and, this is critical, to learn from its own mistakes. They argue that's the real difference between just spotting patterns and actually beginning to think. Okay, so you've built your genius AI. How do you prove it? You can't just give it a normal test. You have to give it a test that's basically designed to be impossible for any single human to pass. So they use this benchmark called Humanities LM. Some people are calling it the last exam for humanity. We're talking about thousands of PhD-level questions that span everything from advanced chemistry to super abstract math to ancient linguistics. And these aren't questions you can just Google. They're so specialized and so difficult that a panel of the world's top human experts could probably only answer about 5% of them. And wow, look at these results. The standard GROK 4 model gets a quarter of the problems right. That is 5 times better than a human genius. But then you see this other version, GROK 4 Heavy. It solves over half of the entire test. So what in the world is GROK 4 Heavy? Right, so GROK 4 Heavy isn't just a bigger AI, it's a totally different strategy. Think of it like a brilliant research team at a university. You have multiple GROK 4 models that all attack the same problem on their own. Then they get together, they share what they found, they debate their approaches, and they work together to come up with the single best answer. It's intelligence through collaboration. So passing an academic test is one thing. But does any of this genius talk actually hold up in the real world? Let's see what happens when you put it up against the hard laws of physics and the chaos of the free market. Their philosophy for testing was basically this: you can't argue with physics. So to really prove the AI's intelligence, you have to put it in situations where the results are real and undeniable. So take this crazy, complex business simulation. The goal was to run a vending machine empire. And GROK 4 didn't just win, it more than doubled the profit of the previous best model. And the reason? It was the only AI that could actually come up with a coherent, long-term strategy and then stick to it. The others just couldn't think that far ahead. And it's not just simulations. It's already out there being used as a co-pilot for some really complex work. You've got scientists at the Arcturus Institute using it to sift through millions of data points. You have a single game designer who was able to act like an entire studio, building a whole 3D game in just a few hours. It's even creating scientifically accurate animations of things like black holes colliding right inside a web browser. It's a lot. As amazing as all those applications are, they're presented as just the very, very beginning.
The future vision here is where things go from being a powerful tool to something else entirely, a true force of nature. The roadmap they laid out is incredibly ambitious. Step 1, give the AI senses. Let it see and hear the world just like we do. Step 2, give it professional tools. The same powerful simulators that engineers at places like Tesla and SpaceX use. And then, the final step, give it a body. Connect this mind to robots so it can not just think of ideas, but actually go out into the physical world and test them. And let's be clear, this is not just about making a better chatbot. The stated goal here is to kickstart that big bang of intelligence we talked about at the start, to create a positive feedback loop of discovery that could grow our economy by thousands, maybe even millions of times, and completely redefine what humanity is capable of. The creators themselves make the comparison to raising a super genius child, a child that you know will one day surpass you in every way. And that really brings us to the biggest and most important question of all. As we are building this intelligence that will be so much greater than our own, what values are we going to teach it?